a church warden down at Poynings, and it came to our attention earlier in the year that Newtimber was in a lot of trouble. They just had a quinquennial kicking of the tires of the church, really, done by church architects. And every 5 years, they give you a list of what's wrong and what needs doing, and urgent work or remedial work and stuff. And Newtimber Church was clad by cementatious material by Victorians who thought they'd save it from this ancient brick and flint and mortar. And actually what it's done is a huge amount of damage. The water's come in, it's soaked the church, it's ingressed inside, and it basically is binary. We either save it now or we lose the building. And so Dr. Catherine Pryor from the diocese down in from Chichester, but she was working down in Brighton, came and did a bit of history on the church to see what was there and to give us a bit of advice about how we sort of tackle where we go from it. So she goes obviously to the plaques on the walls, and she finds this plaque of this chap called Charles Gordon, and from Bracco, Jamaica. So she looks into this little bit about Charles Gordon, who owned Newtimber Place, and finds that he owned plantations out in Jamaica, had slaves, and she then she just finds out this little bit and places this. Then she looks and finds the Buxtons for the next lot of people on the walls, and the next dates that come along. And the Buxtons, Sidney Buxton, is related to Foxwell Buxton, who was a big abolitionist in London and an anti-slave abolitionist, big voice. So there's a connection there to, he was the next family that owned Newtimber Place. He was the Buxtons. And so we know that there's this little microcosm of British Empire and colonialism in this tiny church. The Gordons, when abolition came along, received the equivalent of £10 million in today's money. Out of that money, they rebuilt the tower. So the tower was built on the money that they got from the British government when he had to release his slaves. And that's where the tower was rebuilt. It was already there, but he rebuilt it based on his money. His son actually rebuilt it. So, and of course, as we know, the enslaved people out in Jamaica were just let go. They got nothing. Where we are in our work on Newtimber is this. We save the building or we don't. We can say getting heritage lottery funding, but not on our own. This is not a building that will be saved by the 20 worshippers that go there once a month. We want to collaborate with Black communities whose history is connected to the church, but it is not for the people in the church now to write that history or rewrite it or own it or say how it is explored. Our community in the mid-Sussex parish, can we get these? And if we run out, the church is open, always open. Newtimber Church is open today. They're more there. You can go in and explore the church. And we're really trying to engage with communities who want to help us research the history. We've not got the research behind us yet, but a lot of you have done. We want artists. We want there's so much potential for this church to save it, but not save it for worship, but to save it as a centre